Welcome to the top 15 newbie ATS questions. Whenever people sign up for the ATS, they understandably have a lot of questions. It's a complex system, it's one of a kind, you haven't seen anything else like it, and it has quite a few moving parts. So in this video, I'll try to address the top 15 questions we get from new ATS users. Question number 1, when Lambo? In case you didn't know, it's an internet meme. It basically says, hey, when can I get rich quick with this thing and buy a Lambo? The answer is you can't. It's not that you can't buy a Lambo, but it's not going to happen quickly. No Lambo for you, not this month, not next month, and probably not this year or next year. The ATS is a profitable trading system, but like anything else serious, it needs time. It's not going to make you rich today or tomorrow. It's proven to be profitable, which leads me straight to question number 2. What is the best way to be profitable with the ATS? And this answer is very simple. It is stick to the defaults and listen to what we tell you. We set up the ATS with QZeus for you in its default settings. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it. Don't jump strategies. Don't go back and forth. Don't watch it. Don't interrupt the trades. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. It's proven to be profitable, but it'll take time. There will be losers. There might be big drawdowns, but it is profitable. Leave it alone. Number 3. What is a VPS and why did I have to get one? So a VPS stands for Virtual Private Server, and it's basically a computer somewhere else that's not in your physical location, but you can use it as if it were. Why do you need one? 2 reasons. Number 1, we want the ATS to be able to do its thing without anybody messing with it. So if you're going to play games or listen to music or watch movies or whatever on your computer, that's not going to do well with the ATS. So we want a separate computer. And number 2, we want a computer that's physically located and connected via wire to a fast internet connection, physically located next to the CME. And ChartVPS, our VPS provider, has a data center right next to the exchange we want to trade on. That gives us the fastest speeds, the least latency, and gives us the best chance at being successful. Number 4 is kind of the same thing. I already answered that. Why can't I use any VPS? There are a lot of VPS providers, but we work with ChartVPS exclusively because they're a serious, really good company, and they have a data center, as I mentioned, right next to the exchange, providing blazing fast speeds, and they provision the servers in a way that we can then finalize the setup. We need to work with ChartVPS. They put an image on, we finalize the server setup. That's how it works. You can't use anybody else. Number 5, can I watch the ATS while it's trading? No, you can't. Once you've set up the alert and it's running on the ATS, leave it alone. You can check if it's still running, but don't watch it. You will mess with the execution of the alerts. If you want to watch what's happening, you can go onto your own TradingView and see what it does. And this will, if you haven't messed with it, match exactly what's going to get executed. But please don't leave the VPS open and look at it. You will interfere with it trading. Number 6, do I have to be running TradingView inside the VPS? No, you don't. You only have to do that for us to do the initial setup because obviously we cannot connect to your home computer or phone or wherever else you have TradingView. So for the initial setup, it needs to be running within the VPS so we can access it. But once that's done, close it down. It doesn't matter. Use it wherever. It doesn't need to be running inside the VPS. In fact, it doesn't need to be running at all. Number 7, I kind of answered that already. Do I need to leave their TradingView open for this to work? No. The way it works is TradingView, you load a strategy into a chart in TradingView, and then based on a strategy, once you've finished setting it up, you create an alert. Once that alert is created, it does not change, no matter what you do. You can delete the chart, you can close TradingView, you can change the chart, it doesn't matter, the alert doesn't change. So no, you don't need to leave TradingView open once you've successfully created an alert. Number 8. I've changed something in the strategy and the trades are still doing the old thing. Yes, that's because simply changing the strategy, as in the chart in TradingView, doesn't do anything. It shows you different exits and entries and exits if you change something. But that doesn't mean those are going to get executed. If you want anything you see in TradingView to get executed that way, you need to create a new alert. So if you've set up an alert, and then it's like, oh, I want to change something. I want to change this strategy. You need to delete that alert, go back to TradingView, do your changes, create a new alert for those changes to actually be reflected on Tradeovate. Number 9, why is the chart on NQ but executing on MNQ? So when we set up QZeus for you, we load up an NQ chart, that's the minis, but we set trade away to MNQ, micros. NQ does tend to have slightly higher volume, and we've just noticed that the trades seem to be a tad better on NQ. It doesn't matter at all what it is in terms of where it's getting executed. Even though TradingView is set to NQ, it will, in its default setting we set up for you, execute on MNQ on micros, because we always recommend to start small. Nobody should ever start trading minis. Start with micros. So whatever is set in trade of 8 is what's going to be traded. And if that's MNQ, it'll be trading MNQ, no matter what TradingView says. Number 10. Can I trade multiple strategy on one chart or one ATS? No, you can't. Please, one chart per strategy. Don't load multiple strategies into one chart. That doesn't work. And also the ATS can only run one strategy at a time. You set up one chart, one strategy, create one alert, that goes to the ATS, and it works like a charm. You cannot create multiple strategies within one chart or multiple strategies to run on the same ATS. Don't do it. Number 11, can I trade multiple accounts? This is a big one, and it depends. So the ATS, again, is set up to trade one strategy on one account. That's what you set up in TradingView, create the alert, and that's what you trade on trade of 8. But if you happen to have multiple accounts with the same prop firm, you can group trade these. You can create a group in trade of 8 and you can trade them all at the same time. Also, there are workarounds to even trade accounts from different firms, all based on the same input, on the same strategy. You need a third-party tool for that. One of them is Replicanto. People have had success using it, but we don't support it and we don't set it up for you. There are ways, but the way it's designed, the ATS is meant to run one strategy on one account. That's it. Number 12, can I use the ATS or can I go through NinjaTrader to trade auto-friendly prop firms? No, don't do it. There are prop firms out there that don't want you to automate. I'm not going to go into the whole why that is, but if their rules say don't automate, just don't automate. Technically speaking, they cannot find out you're automating by looking at your trades. So if you use the ATS, it is 100% undetectable. So yes, you could try to automate someone who specifically says don't automate. You can have workarounds, you can use different tools, but just don't do it. There are very good companies out there that either openly embrace automation, such as Blue Sky, or don't mind if you do, such as TopStep. Just go with one of them. Don't try to cheat the other ones, because if they find out you've automated, for example, by putting a user in our Discord and seeing that you've posted wins automating on their platform, they will just ban you. It's not worth it. Number 13, my backtest said, insert whatever crazy result you want here. Backtests are an indication at best. Backtests on regular candles on higher time frames, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, seem to be somewhat reliable, or at least a good indicator of how profitable a strategy could be. Always at a safety margin. I personally do at least double the drawdown. It tells me in the backtest, often 3 times. So do that, be careful, but it's a good indicator. On Rainco's, just don't. I've created perfect $1 million strategies with virtually 0 drawdown on Rainco's. Not worth it. Don't do it. Leave Rainco's alone. Forward testing is the only way to be sure something works or doesn't. Number 14, I'm not sure my QZeus is working properly. 2 things there. First of all, QZeus does not trade every day. It often skips 2, 3, 4 days sometimes because it wants the best entries. When it finds entries, it's very profitable 74% of the time, but it doesn't trade every day. If you think it should have traded, yours didn't, go to the QuantVue live stream. Go on YouTube, search for QuantVue. There's a live stream running from Monday to Friday during trade, actually all day. It's 24/7, Monday to Friday, and you'll see QZeus in the top right window. That runs QZeus. If a trade shows up there, it's been happening. If it doesn't, it didn't. Mind you, that chart is 10 minutes delayed on purpose, so Don't jump on right away, look back at least 10 minutes, but then this is the indicator whether QZoo's traded that day or not. And last but not least, my prop trader software is not responding. Look, it's a piece of software, you can break it. The easiest way is close it all down and restart it. If that doesn't work, restart the whole server and then restart the program. Always make sure you close it down completely. There are black windows in the background, and I've seen people having open 12 black windows because they clicked so many times. So when you close it down, make sure the actual piece of software is closed and also all the black windows. Then, when you restart it again, with a 99% success guarantee, it'll work. If it doesn't work, then submit a ticket. Something's broken, and we're happy to look at it. That's it. Top 15 ATS questions. Hope to see you soon.